Well, if it isn't the guy who always lets his emotions dictate his actions. Oh, goodness. We've had this discussion before, have we not? But hey, it's okay because I feel you, man. I do. I truly do. The fact of the matter is, life is tough and we're going to go through a lot of shit. When we go through challenging times, when we go through hardship, when we go through tests, when we go through trials and tribulations, we're going to experience emotion. And the worst way to handle emotion is to just pretend like we don't feel it or we're not affected by it. I don't care how tough you are, how much you've gone through. We all feel and experience emotion in positive ways and in negative ways. But typically, when we experience positive emotion, we don't celebrate it enough. And when we experience negative emotion, we either suppress it or let it completely take us over. If we suppress it, eventually it's all going to come out and explode and take us over anyways. But on the other hand, if we just always let it take us over because we really don't have any good control over our emotional well-being, we're never going to do the things that we need to do. We're never going to take the actions necessary to move up in life, to move past hard moments. Because the fact of the matter is, everything is happening to us for a reason, and we need to figure out why, learn that lesson, and then we'll be able to move on from a situation. But if we always let emotions dictate how we go about certain things, well then, the second anything remotely hard comes up in life, we're just going to quit. We're going to give up. We're going to roll over and curl up into the fetal position on the ground and start freaking throwing a temper tantrum like we're 3 years old. Brothers and sisters, I'm not exactly sure how old you are, and I'm not exactly sure what you're currently trying to do in your present life, but regardless, we all need to learn how to handle our emotions in a proper way. And more accurately, we need to be able to control how we react when we feel certain emotions. Life is never going to stop coming at you. Life will never slow down. We'll go through different periods where things are a little more calm. We'll go through periods where things are absolutely crazy, chaotic, insane. That's just life. And I think a lot of us somehow got this misconception that life's supposed to be easy. Life's supposed to be nice and comfortable and cozy and cushy. Modern society, with all the technology we have nowadays, gives us the ability to create a life that gives off a facade of comfort and easy. This facade of ease and comfort is just created by nonstop brain rot, nonstop stimulation, nonstop distraction from the present moment and from your true potential, from your full potential, because we all have great potential within us. But when we allow no space for ourselves to recognize and realize that, it is very easy to convince ourselves that we don't. And the brutal truth of it is to unlock even a little bit of your potential. You know, it requires work, it requires effort, it requires going through some shit. It requires failure. It requires you stepping outside of your comfort zone so you can grow and expand yourself. And what happens when we step outside of our comfort zone? What happens when we're doing things that are new, that are unfamiliar, that are maybe even a little bit scary to us? We're facing fears. And facing fear head on stirs up a lot of emotion. So if we can't control that emotion, we're never going to want to do these things. We're going to do something that pushes our boundaries once in a very, very great while, and then be so scared and so terrified to do it again because of all this emotion we felt and all this emotion that we were unable to control. So through not being able to understand and work through our own emotions, we limit ourselves. We chop ourselves down at the knees. We go ahead and stunt our own growth. We go ahead and stunt our own potential. And if you're still listening to this, you're probably thinking, well, how do I learn? How do I learn to do that? Very simply, you just have to accept that it's a normal part of life. You have to remind yourself that you're actually in control. Your body can go through, can endure just about anything. It's your mind that's really weak because your mind has been filled with BS programming your whole life. Your mind has been filled with messages of weakness. Reprogram that mind, reprogram that brain. Start telling yourself, we do hard shit. We do stuff that stirs up emotion in us. Because by going through these things, we're developing, we're becoming stronger. If you can't control your emotions, quite simply, you're not going to be able to control the outcomes of your life. Your life can be fully in your control, but you actually have to reach out and grab it. And you have to be confident in your ability to reach out and grab it and conquer all the things, all the moments that arise on a day-to-day basis. You may say, well, I'm not confident in myself. I don't think I can do that. I've tried, it hasn't worked before. Try harder. Try again. Keep trying over and over and over and over and over again. There is no point in not trying. Each failure brings you closer to a massive win. But sitting around and not even trying puts you further and further down a rabbit hole of sadness and anxiety and depression. How do I take control of my emotions? How do I start learning this skill? Just keep going. Just keep trying. Don't let life put you on your ass. Even if something goes horribly wrong, you just have to bounce back from it. You just have to keep a smile on your face and remain positive. It doesn't matter what happens. Sitting around and stewing in your own thoughts and being paralyzed by everything you feel is not going to help. So you can do that if you want. But brothers and sisters, you're just putting yourself down further and further and further. You're doing it to yourself. Take control. Take control, because you have the ability. You really do. You've probably never heard those words from somebody before. Or if you have, you've probably never believed them. You had some doubts about what they were saying. I am here right now, a total stranger. I know nothing about you, but I do know one thing for certain. It's that you have the ability to take control of your life. I don't know what that's going to look like for you. I don't know what that's going to entail. I don't know everything you're going to have to do, but you've got the ability. So what does it look like to be in control of your emotions? What does it look like to command your body with a strong mind? It's when you wake up in the morning at 5 a.m., that alarm is going off, and you really want to hit snooze, but instead you just turn that thing off and you get up. And it'd be so easy to just take a rest day and skip that workout today. But instead of skipping, instead of sitting on the couch, you get up and you go hit that workout. After that workout, man, it would be so easy to just get out of here and stop at McDonald's on the way home. But instead you stay the extra 10, 15 minutes and you do a little bit of stretching to cool down. So your muscles aren't going to be as sore, and so you recover quicker. You don't hit the drive-thru on the way home. You actually just go home and you eat some of your meal prep, or you make a healthy post-workout meal. After that meal, it'd be really easy to just sit down on the couch or lay back down in bed and take a nap or scroll on social media for a while because you're kind of tired now. And oh man, I already got the workout in, feeling pretty good anyways. But instead of doing that, you work on that side hustle. You devote a little bit of time towards a hobby or a passion. It's just constantly making the decision that is going to benefit you in the long run. And it's not falling into the trap of instant pleasures, instant gratification. It's knowing that, yes, while these things are tempting and amazing right in that moment, soon after the fact, we're often just left wanting more and more and more and more. Break free from the chains that living for your emotions have binded you in, and relish in the truth of the fact that you can control your life and you can rule over your emotions with discipline. Thanks for checking this one out, guys. Truly appreciate it. Let me know what you think down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.